So much for coming in. It's a pleasure to meet you. And of course, we saw your amazing report from Ghana and the colour of the water that they had to drink. I mean, how bad was it out there?
Well, you know, it's really shocking because the water source that they have there was a lake which is shared with animals as well. So you can imagine there's all kinds of nasties in that water, really things which could make you very poorly, if not kill you in certain circumstances. So these sachets are literally saving lives on a daily basis.
So the situation is they're bathing in that water, so too are animals using it, and they're having to drink it as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And I met some of the girls that we took down to the water source, and they were lovely, and they were about 12, 13, and they would make about 3 trips of a morning, and they take the water back, and they have these huge containers, which once filled with water, I think there was about 30 litres in a big container, and you can barely lift it. These girls get it up on their heads, you know, as you always see, and they carry it back to the village. So, you know, even getting the water is a struggle every day.
And people were getting sick, were they, before these sachets?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I think it said in the report that we think already there's been about 35,000 lives saved. It's incredible, you know, the statistics. Over 2,000 children are dying on a daily basis from drinking dirty water, you know, not having access to clean water. So it's a wonderful thing, and it was a lovely trip because it was very positive. I was seeing the work in action and meeting some of the mums as well, because, you know, as a parent, your main concern is to keep your child safe and healthy.
And it's hard for us to understand how you can't have clean drinking water. It's a basic necessity of life,
Absolutely,
isn't it?
you know, if not the most important thing, we need to live, and, you know, we do take it for granted. We have it here. We have our own problems here. But seeing people in the developing world having that daily struggle is quite astounding.
So talk me through it. There's a small sachet of chemicals. You pop that in the water, give it a stir, and within time you can
filter the water. And, you know, you could see in the film how it all comes together, and there's all kinds of parasites, and they found, like, you know, things crawling about in that. They filter it through, the water becomes clear, and as you see, safe to drink. I had a little go.
You had a go.
I did.
Given what the colour of the water looked like half an hour before.
And I'd seen where it came from.
And how did it taste?
Well, I was quite reluctant to drink it, but after seeing the process, I thought, you know what, these guys have got to drink it. I've got to have a go. And it tasted of nothing. I was so impressed, because I expected it to taste of chemicals or something, and it was better than some of the water I've tasted in the UK, to be honest with you,
And how has it transformed their lives? I mean, what difference has this sachet of chemicals helped or made for them?
Yeah, the thing that I loved to see was when we asked the mums about it, they became very animated and they really lit up. And they said, our worries are just lifted because we're not worrying if the water we're providing for our children is going to, you know, really harm them. And you can imagine, you know, something like that, it's changed everything for them.
And they're very lucky to have you on board because you're such a high-profile celebrity. And, of course, you're a busy woman, aren't you? Apart from being an actress and a singer, you're a mum as well. I mean, getting involved in projects like these, what does it give you, would you say?
Well, you know, very early on in my career with the Spice Girls, we started working with charities like Children in Need and Comic Relief, and we began to learn quite early the power of celebrity, you know, and it's one of the very positive things. So I'm really happy to do it, especially if it's something I feel very passionately about. And a project like this, I think everybody's a winner, really, because it's an easy way to make a big difference.
So you think you'll be doing more things like this in the future?
I
Going
hope
back to Africa, perhaps?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'd love to go back. I went to Zambia with Comic Relief last year, and it was a very different story because I was visiting places that needed help. So I'd really love to go back and see the changes that have been made there.
Oh, well, you've done a great job with this one, Mel. Thank you so much for coming in, and best of luck for the future.
Thank you.